this vision that you've had. And I think that that deserves to be celebrated because we are all together because of that vision. So congratulations. I am so bummed that I cannot be with you all in person. I had the honor of attending Rolette's experience in person a few years ago and virtually last year. And unfortunately, due to some personal circumstances, I cannot be with you all in person this year. My husband and I have been going through infertility treatments for the last 9 months, and we are in the heart of IVF as we speak. We actually, in fact, just transferred what I like to call one of our little M babies, also known as an embryo, last week. And we have been anxiously awaiting to find out if we are, in fact, pregnant. And so during this time, I am not traveling. Otherwise, I would be there with you all in person, enjoying what I am certain is a remarkable weekend. You know, as we talk about game changers, I took some space to really think about what did that mean for me. And you've heard the stories of other remarkable women and their journeys and their perspectives of how they found their purpose and how they've left an impact through their respective journeys. And in that, I think for me, what I realized is this idea of being a game changer first starts within ourselves. It is no secret that living as an individual with a disability in our society is challenging. We are subject to the ignorance, the unconscious bias, the preconceived notions, the misconceptions, and the stigmas that those around us carry towards what living life with a disability looks like. We've all had the encounters in the grocery stores, at the markets, we've been in the park, when we've been out with our friends, the stares, the unspoken words that are said through action. We've all been subject to that. I like to call it ignorance, but at the core of it, we all know it to also be discrimination. And that's hard. It doesn't matter if you're new to life with a disability or if you've lived your entire life with a disability. That is challenging to find your way through and as a result, find your voice, knowing that that is a part of your reality. For some of you, you're born with your disabilities. It has always been a part of your identity. For others, like myself, you came into the disability community later in life through a life event. Either way, we've all had to find our confidence and our voice within. We've all had to find ways to allow our disabilities to be a part of our identity, to be a fabric of the being, a part of the fabric of our being, but not be our defining factors. We've all had to find that confidence within. For me, on these 4 wheels, finding that confidence at the age of 18 as I replaced them with walking on 2 feet. It was scary, it was challenging, and to be honest, it still has its days. As I prepare to, God willing, become a mother, in my head I think of the onslaught of comments that I have gotten over the past 14 years since my paralysis. The random woman in the grocery store a couple of years after my injury who looked at me as I was playing peekaboo with her daughter and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And to my shock, I said, "For what?" And she said that she won't be able to have children of your own. And I said, "Well, you never know." I mean, I was 20 years old at the time. And she said, "But honey, what type of mother would you be?"
Oh.
I know that the journey my husband and I are getting ready to embark on is going to be hard. The emotions get the best of me when I think of that. Knowing that society is going to look at me as a mother differently because I happen to use 4 wheels. Knowing that our child is going to be subject to that same ignorance because their mommy looks a little different than the rest. But I also know that those very things are what position each and every one of us to have a purpose and leave an impact that many can only dream of. Some days that might feel like a burden, but the reality is we have the ability to make a difference and change the world through the choices that we make every single day. I'm not saying it's our job to inspire people to be out there in a way that makes quote unquote able-bodied people feel better about themselves purely because in their eyes as they look at us, they realize, oh, it could just always be worse. I'm saying we are positioned at a time in our generation where we have social media at our fingertips, we have resources, and we have the ability to use our voice in an authentic and powerful way that can make a difference for our next generation. That's what this is about. I am a proud 3-time Paralympian for Team USA. I've raced my way to 5 Paralympic podiums. I'm the author of Limitless, a book that was released in 2021. I am co-CEO of a social impact agency and production studio where I have served as an executive producer, a director, a writer alongside my husband. I've been married for 5.5 years, and now I'm fighting to become a mother. Things that 18-year-old me could have only dreamed of. Things that 18-year-old me didn't think were possible for quote-unquote somebody like me. For no other reason than because society made me feel less than. Society made me feel like my existence needed to be pitied or wished away or something to be dreaded as quote-unquote worst-case scenario. But that's not the truth. And you and I and every single one of you in that room know that that is not the truth. We as women with disabilities are worthy of all things. And as a result of that, we get to make a difference and we get to be game changers. And it's hard and it's scary and we're gonna fumble. We're gonna fall, we're gonna have anxieties, we're gonna face those moments in the grocery store that we normally laugh off, and on some random Tuesday, it's gonna leave us in a ball of tears in the car when we roll out. But that doesn't make us weak, that just makes us human. So as you all spend this time getting to know each other, as you enjoy dancing and learning new skills and meeting new friends and being ingrained in this community, it is my hope that you know that it is not just me and the other panelists that are game changers. Each and every one of you is a game changer in your own right. So continue to fuel that, continue to grow that, and continue to find your voice, your powerful, authentic voice in this space, and allow those 4 wheels or those leg braces or that prosthetic or those crutches or whatever it might be that society has told you makes you less than, allow that to be your biggest strength. I so wish that I could be with all of you in person and share this time with you, but please know that I am sending my best from Minnesota up at the lake, and I cannot wait to be with you all in person soon. Hope you have a great day.